So I've been using Descript for a couple of weeks and I've actually fallen in love, and I do plan to renew for the next few months, maybe forever. So this video is my top 10 tips for beginners to get you started. The first one is, if possible, record your screen right here in Descript. The reason is because when I have recorded elsewhere and I've pulled in files to sync, I've had some errors. Things didn't sync up right. And in another case, the camera and the screen were not properly identified, and I had a problem using the layouts. If you've been using Descript for a while, you've probably figured that out. But for a beginner, I would say just use the record button. Now I'm going to jump into this project I'm working on. Okay, so this is a baby avatar project I'm working on, and I'm going to use this to go over my other 9 tips. So 3 of my tips are here in Underlord. Underlord is amazing. Actually, I have more than 10 tips, but I covered them in another video. Let me just say this, for the sounds good, all of these are super great when you're editing your work because it removes your mistakes without you even clicking a button. I mean, all you got to do is click OK. It's amazing. But there's no mistakes on this because this was all AI generated, so I can't use any of them. So those aren't part of my tips. Those are just bonus extra things. One of my favorite things is the green screen. So that is a background remover, and this baby was in an office room in the background, and I had that removed. I used the green screen effect. Okay, my other suggestion would be when you create a screencast to use either a social post or a blog post to get extra content created for you automatically from the content of that video. This is a great way to repurpose your content. You can also draft your YouTube description so you don't have to write it all. And it is very, very good content. I'm very, very happy with that. So those are some very cool tools you need to try. Okay, the other thing is using the slash to create a new scene. So right now, all of this script is all one scene. It's just one layout. And I actually want multiple layouts. You just do a slash. That creates a new layout. I'll do a slash here. A slash here. Ah. Okay, let's see. That's a couple of scenes. Oh, I have an extra one here. I'm going to click on that and just delete. Didn't need that one. Okay. That's how you create scenes. That was confusing to me. I didn't understand that when I first started, so wanted to point that out. Another thing I was confused about is how to add my intro and outro. Basically, to get your intro, you go up to the title, you press enter, and you get the option to add something else. And so you do that, and then you go find your intro. And then it's added, that easy. And then to get your outro, you go to the very end and hit enter and go ahead and add in your outro. And then they're automatically attached. So it's very, very nice. Also, there's no need to edit any of the transitions. They have smart transitions, which just means the best transition is automatically applied. You don't need to add that or anything. It's by default, transitions are added. So I really, really like that. Now, we're going to change some layouts here. So on here, I'm going to go to a layout and I'm going to change it. So now I need a new piece of media here. Instead of just going and getting it and adding it, which would require me to resize it on the screen, just select it and choose Add Media. And then we're going to just go add a video here. Go ahead and add that in. So let's say you don't like this and you want to replace it with something else. You use the Replace Media button and go ahead and find the new media. basically that just saves you, like any effects you've applied, any resizing, any cropping, it will all just apply to the new piece of media, so you don't have to resize it again. I was adding new media constantly and resizing it. I didn't get that I could just replace what's there and move on with my life. The other thing that confused me was the timeline, because I wanted to zoom in and out of my timeline. And you actually do this by grabbing a hold of the ends. So that is zoomed out, and then this is zoomed in. So that's how you do that, and that's also a slider. So you just grab the ends to change the size. Okay, the other thing I want to show you is how you can do your own layouts. So let's say you want to do this layout here, only you want the colors to be different. Let's say you want to use this exact color and this exact thing. You want it saved for the future so you can use this exact thing again. You go to Scene, and then on the triple dot menu, Save Scene as New Layout. Now, it is not letting me do that here because I've used this with avatars, and evidently scenes that have avatars cannot be saved as layouts. But normally, this would be available. And then you can collect all the different color combos and branding details that you have. You could save them as your scenes. And then when you want to find your scenes that you've created, you go Change Layout, Pack, and then you go to your private ones, and there's where you have your private layouts. I thought that was pretty cool. Those are all my tips for using the video editor. But I want to show you one other thing out here. It's the AI Video Maker. You can upload one of your video files and it will automatically apply B-roll footage to it. I have not had good luck doing that. My videos were over 20 minutes and basically it made like 200 different scenes and then was unable to populate that with B-roll footage. So if you're going to do that, I do believe they need to be shorter videos. Maybe they're going to fix that later, but I would do shorter videos on that. And by the way, the generate from a prompt and the paste in a script all work great. And the paste in the script actually forces you to make a short video. So I think Descript knows that there's kind of a problem with these longer videos. But anyway, those are my top 10 tips for using Descript. You need to check it out. It's really, really a time saver if you do screencasts and have to edit out all your bloopers, which I have a lot of them. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel and check out my other videos about Descript. Oh, and if you want to try out Descript, there's a link below. Have a great day.